Hello and welcome to more awesome collection classic toys. Continuing on with a look at the Major Mason toys from Mattel from the 1960s, late 60s into early 1970s. We've got something not by Mattel but by Whitman, made in conjunction with it. We've got a Doug Davis astronaut figure there for size comparison and also to see what the figures are about. Let's take a closer look. That's the Recano jet on the artwork on the cover of this press out book. And there's Matt Mason. He's the one in the white astronaut, and he's holding one of the accessories that came with that, the camera. I'm not sure if I did that card yet or not. If I did, I'll link it or I'll do it in the future. They always did great artwork because they took very nice photos of the actual toys. And then with Moon, we're going to look at the front. And this is unused, which is hard to get and a little bit expensive to get a nice copy of this. Major Matt Mason is a registered trademark of Mattel Inc. for its doll action figure used under license from Mattel, 1969. Whitman Publishing. If you don't know about Whitman, they made tons and tons of coloring books, puzzles, press-out books, all kinds of toys and books and activities for kids back in the 60s, 70s. I think they go back to the 50s. I don't know if they made it into the 80s. Take a look at the back. You can see some of the press-out. You've seen the moon suit. If you've seen some of the other videos, there's the Recano jet. That's been in one of my videos on the top of the space. There's a space sled. There's a nice crater. There's Sergeant Storm and a slightly different looking cat track. Let's open this up. It's very nice, thicker cardboard. So you press these out and you make 3D, toys and activities to do. There's Sergeant Storm. There he is with one of the rockets launchers. That's a toy. There he is in the Astro Track. I just did a video of that with the box. This is very cool. That's the big Firebolt space cannon. I haven't done that yet. Do that in the future. This toy took batteries, and it would not only move along, it would light up, and then there was a sound, and that would spin. So a lot of action in that. Very cool toy, and it could fit up to 3 of the regular astronauts or 1 of the giant Captain Laser who I haven't gotten to show yet. He's a 12-inch plastic figure, a little bit different, and he lights up with sound. So that's your punch out, and here we go. That's supposed to be blank because you cut this out, and this is a very cool backdrop. That's the space station, so you could have the backdrop and have those cutouts in front of it, and it's even kind of cool if you had that out, just to have your figures displayed on a shelf. You can get some of these where they're somewhat used, so you could take it apart. This one's in nice shape, so you wouldn't want to do that. Let's see what else. Take a look at the artist even gave us initials here. Very cool. Another little rock you'd fold out, and there's the space station. That's featured a little bit in one of my videos. That was sold separately, and then it was sold in larger sets. Very cool. A lot of times these blue panels are cracked, and they're translucent blue, and then they've got the red girders, and then the white platforms, and then the beacon lights up, and it would shine in there, and that was a film plastic material that would light up. Very cool. See Sergeant Storm in red and some Matt Mason figures, and there's a sled parked in there. Look at that. Oh, there's Captain Laser. Very cool. And he's next to the rocket, it's just a carrying case. It's a vinyl case. This is very hard to get in good shape because they don't quite show it in the artwork, but there was hard plastic pieces that would break, and then this would get brittle over time. And it was a carrying case, like a storage case to put your figures in. It's large. I have some, but they're not in very good shape. Perhaps one day I'll get to those and show those too. And there's Captain Laser. All right, so that was a little bit different. And you see the back page is also, they're cutouts, so they come up cut out. They have a very cool coloring book. They had a big little book. Some really neat ones. They had a frame tray puzzle. So they had auxiliary things made by Whitman. And then Mattel themselves made a 3-day board game, which I'll get to one day. That's pretty cool also. Alrighty. I know everybody always says, I've never heard of Matt Mason. Someone from the late 60s and early 70s was a child, must remember it. But it's very collectible. It commands high prices to get a nice collection and be a completist on it. Alrighty, until next time, more awesome toys, awesome collection, classic toys from the 60s and 70s. Thanks for liking and subscribing.